It's
It's
the
the
music.
Milky and Keza show.
Wrong one. Save us, for
Oh
God's
my
sake.
God.
Save us from ourselves.
Save us from ourselves.
Oh my God. So we've actually been on the call for about 13 minutes and 50 seconds now, but Millsy's had to go off and do a load of washing, drop the kids off, like, change your underwear.
Get my lighting right. This is what the big one,
Oh,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the good thing is because you've got a podcast that's now associated to your business, so you can like buy a whole new rig and write it off as tax.
Ah,
Yeah.
good to know.
It's
Good to
it's
know.
it goes under like I think would this podcast go under advertising and marketing? Probably would be.
Could be. We better talk about our business a bit to make sure that that happens. So I'm Amelia and I am soulawakenings.au. There's no .com.
Oh my
www.soulawakenings.au. There's my plug.
God. I just laugh. I just thought better talk about a business. Choking on my illuminate went down the wrong hole. Hi, I'm Kerry. Operation Abundance HD. I don't have a website because I'm so freaking hot. I don't need one. That's not true. Um, I actually have
Well, you
not.
are hot, you know.
Well, that part is true, but yeah, no, I haven't gotten around to building a website yet, just because I'm building a program at the moment. My Power, Purpose, and Potholes program, 12-week shadow work. Tap into your power, tap into your purpose, and navigate your potholes. 12-week program. So, like, yeah, I find it takes a bit of time to make a website, I would imagine. I did do it for the styling business when I had that with my Let's Get Bossed. And I didn't find it too complicated, but yeah, there's just, I don't know, mental block in there that I just need to get
Mm,
past. But I figure I need to actually do the program first. That's my priority.
yeah.
Or when the
Yep. It's
floodgates.
easy to get bogged down in little things that distract you from the big thing,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So, which I still find myself doing. It's like, oh, let me just get through this little hurdle to have a
Mm.
clean slate to then go ahead with the big thing that I'm after. But you can just keep finding little things
What
along
do
the
you,
way.
what do you get out of that, Millsy?
Yeah.
What do you
Um, what do I get out of that? I guess a sense of having no distractions. So I find myself being very distracted in the short term. In my head, it's to be undistracted when I want to attack the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
But then you find another little thing to get distracted.
exactly, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, what purpose does that serve? We'll do a little shadow work session with Millie,
Let's,
shall we?
let's,
Yeah. What
yeah.
purpose does that serve? What need does that meet? So,
It's
looking through,
procrastination for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
well, here we go. What does procrastination give you? So, looking through the lens of the four human needs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, you've got certainty.
Mm-hmm.
So safety, I've got it up on my mirror. So safety, control, comfort, familiarity, sameness. So does it give you that? Does it give you uncertainty? Does it give you variety, a little bit of drama, a little bit of like challenge, fun, excitement? Does it
Mm.
give you significance and importance? So a point of interest or makes something that makes you a little bit different from others? Or does it give you connection? So connection, so support, care, commonality, shared experience, relatability. So
Mm.
when you're looking at your safe problem,
Mm-hmm.
which is, I just want to get this done first. I just want to do this first. I just want to do this first. That's your safe problem. The
Mm-hmm.
risky problem is what's underneath that. So looking through
Mm.
the lens of certainty, uncertainty, significance and importance, and connection, which of those four needs is your safe problem serving?
Probably the certainty, uncertainty, because the just say the big issue might be underlying. I really want it to be successful, so there's that fear of failure. So if
Mm-hmm.
I don't start it, I'm not going to fail yet because I
Mm-hmm.
haven't um, fully committed to it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you distract yourself with all the little things, it's like, oh yeah, there, I can do 10, I can bang out 10 things in the next few hours. That gives me that sense of achievement
Mm-hmm.
and certainty, I guess, because I know I can do them. I know that they're quick.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas it's avoiding the bigger thing, which might be, oh well, what if I'm not? going to be able to be successful at that. So I'm going to avoid starting it.
Mm. But then we
Mm,
get caught in the trap as if we never start, we never
yes,
fail, but we always miss 100% of the shots we never take.
correct. That's it.
Awesome little pattern of self-sabotage you've got yourself into there, Missy.
Right, right. So even with the shit ton of work that I've done over the last year and a half, there's
Mm,
always something. There's
mm.
we're always a work in progress
Yeah,
is what I
absolutely. And
find.
if this was
Yeah.
like a proper session, I would then ask you like what does failure look like? And what's so, and then would go into like what's scary about it.
Mm,
And yeah. And then talk about maybe expanding your nervous system in, how or tap into your willingness. How willing are you to fail? So figuring out what failure looks like to you
yeah.
and then saying, okay, how willing are you for that to happen? Because that's the
Mm,
fear that's blocking you. That's the block.
mm,
You're not willing to, or how willing are you to fail? And yeah, so once we establish like what failure looks like to you, then figuring
mm-hmm.
out how willing you are to have that happen. Once you go, yeah, okay. once you feel into your body, how willing are you? And you'll be like, nah. I'm not willing to fail yet. No, and I'd ask you then how far along are you in the scale of willingness? And you go, like 30%, not like willing to fail. And it's like, so you're not willing to fail right now. Doesn't mean that you won't be in the future, but you're not willing to now. So you're going to stay in that loop. And that's the kicker. So if you're not willing to fail, then
Yeah,
you're willing to stay where you are.
that's it. And because I guess, and you know this about me because it's in my HD chart,
That's
like
it.
the need to um be
Know it. Have all the
the need to
information.
know it all. So you have no idea, well, I'm sure you have some idea how much research I do and how educated I make myself before I even start something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's a bit of a, so that would be a need for control, I guess, as well. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I have to know 100% of something before I dive right in.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I think you told me once you only really need to know 60% of something.
Yeah. Yeah. Not even 50% to be able to teach it.
Right.
Just, I mean, yeah, big difference between like the line one and the line three. So I'm a 3/5 in my human design, and the line three is very much about
Yeah.
experimentation and just diving in head first kind of
Mm,
thing. So I will learn. I didn't even finish the advanced certification of the shadow work. I just started creating the program before
mm,
I even
mm.
finished it. So it's like, so that's the different, like line threes are very much like, oh look, it's going to fuck up somewhere along the line anyway. So I'm just going to throw myself in and see what happens, kind of thing.
Whereas
Whereas
I'd be like, no, no, I need to do the advanced prac and then my master's and then something
yeah,
else and then do a whole lot of practicing and then never actually take it live.
yeah, and that's the thing. And there's like, and that's your ego's way of keeping you safe.
Mm,
It's like I can't fail if I don't start, so I'm
yeah,
just never going to start. So yeah, it's all about like digging into like, yeah, what's the underlying, what is it that you're really getting out of it?
yeah,
And we think that things aren't serving us, but on some level they do. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing them.
right.
So yeah, it's super, super key. I created this. I showed Millsy the
Yeah.
other day. I've got all of these beautiful little like what are the needs of the ego. So the ego, for those of you who don't know, like I always thought of the sky hooks, like, ego, what an ego is like. It's like, a big inflated sense of yourself kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But what it is in psychology terms is it's the part of you that was developed in childhood that keeps you safe. So it keeps you safe from dying, basically. So it's very survival based, and it will help you avoid anything that will make you be rejected or exiled from your tribe. Because as
Mm-hmm.
children, you needed to be in your family to survive,
Mm-hmm.
and so we're very, very hypersensitive around rejection and
Mm-hmm.
needing to belong and needing to be loved, because we need all those things to belong in our family so we live, right? So that's our ego. The ego is the part of ourselves that says, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. You'll be exiled. So it's all about that. So what does our ego need? What does that need, that human part of us that wants us to be safe? What does that need? And yeah, one of the core needs of the ego is the need to know.
Yeah.
So the need to know things. Why has things happened that way? So it's very interesting. So the need to know, let's have a little look at. So the primal purpose of needing to know is that it helps you create safety through knowledge. So
Mm-hmm.
it's the kind of thing that's like it helps you to prepare. So if I know enough, I'll be prepared for if the worst case scenario ever happens. So that's the primal survival need for
Mm.
us to need to know things, right? But the shadow side of that is overthinking, analysis paralysis.
Mm.
It's like, oh, I don't know enough. Oh, but what if someone asks me that and I don't know the answer to it? It's like, yeah, so it's that kind of like information gathering, but not ever sort of implementation. So the really good questions to ask yourself for those who need to know things or don't feel as if they know enough. So imposter syndrome, I don't know enough about this to be able to teach it. So really good questions to ask yourself is, what feels unsafe about not knowing?
Mm-hmm.
What does staying in knowing mode or research mode protect you from feeling? Good one. Um, are you willing to release the need to know instead of being present to what is? And that's a really good question, I think, as well, with like if you've had some sort of trauma and you need to kind of know why it happened. It's like, can I just be present with the fact that it just happened? And I may never know why.
Mm.
So that's an interesting question. So can are you going to be okay with not knowing why this ever
Mm.
happened and expanding your nervous system around that? And how does seeking certainty give you control? So those are
Mm.
some really good, those are some really juicy questions. And you'll like, I could throw a few questions at you and some would be like, yeah, yeah. And it depends on the situation as well. But the ones that that feel true for you or feel like, oh, that's the question I need to ask myself. Like you'll feel it in your body. You'll be like, yeah, shit, yeah, that's what I need to dive into.
Mm.
So yeah, so that last one when you went, oh, that's a good one. You could be like, that's what I need to ask myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
You
feel
get
it.
a sense of what hits, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that was just a little good little aside, a little
Yeah.
side quest for the session. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting because there's a lot of people like, especially the line ones in human design. They're very much imposter syndrome, very much need to do the research. I have to get it right. I don't know enough yet. The truth of the matter is, you're going to know far much more than what you need to. And this is the beautiful thing about knowing your human design and your profile lines is your profile lines, if your life was a job, your profile lines are what people, it's the skill set that you bring to the job and it's what people will come to you for.
Mm.
So I will go to Millsy for like it's something like a menopause question, for example, because I know that you've done like a menopause certification. So it's like, so I'll go to Millsy because I know she's on the research
Mm.
around it. So that's what people kind of will come to you for. But yeah, it's that kind of like, don't get stuck down the rabbit hole. Like enjoy the rabbit hole, but know when to poke your head back out again and climb
Yeah.
the rabbit hole. Yeah.
And that's it. And whenever I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, do I know enough? Do I know enough? I'm
Mm-hmm.
gathering the evidence that tells me, heck yeah, you know enough, because, I'm just having a conversation with someone, and which is, great way to just sort of test the waters, I guess, on your knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
because something will come up and you can go, oh yeah, and blah, 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 blah. And like, I find myself just in general conversations with colleagues or friends or whatever, and it's like, geez, I actually know my shit when it comes to talking about this stuff, because I'm explaining things in a way that they can understand, and I'm spreading knowledge and information.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it just came naturally because I know this stuff, and I
Mm-hmm.
surprise myself all the time. And I go, oh, maybe I actually
Yeah.
do know what I'm talking about, and maybe I should do.
Of
So
course you do.
it's
Yeah.
very good to every time, excuse me, every time you start doubting yourself,
Mm.
gather the evidence of what is fact and truth
Yeah.
about what you do know.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And it was a really interesting point as well that you just made, is that when you're in a relaxed state,
Yeah,
it comes to you.
yeah.
When you're in a contracted state of like, oh, what if I fuck this up? What if I stuff it up? What if I don't, what if I don't know
Like
the
under
answer?
pressure.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah,
not going to flow the way it needs to. But when you're in a
yeah,
relaxed state and you're just having a chat and like la 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 la, that's when it will come to you. So yeah, really important to recognize what
yeah.
state you're in when you're talking about it as well, because that's where the flow is in that relaxed, expanded
Mm,
state. So yeah, so what I would a really good exercise that I would recommend for you to do if I was coaching you, which I seem to be doing a little bit in this session, is I would say to expand your nervous system for you to have what it is that you want, which is to talk, if you wanted to talk about things more, or if you were creating a program or whatever. Imagine, put yourself in the situation where you're like, and really feel into it and relax your body and just go, okay, what if I'm in a scenario, I'm in a group coaching session, there's like 10 people in this group coaching session, they've asked a question and I don't know the answer. And just really being present with the feelings that come up in your body and just breathing through it. And that, what that does is, it's one of your biggest fears, right, is not knowing, because you're
mm,
doing all the research. So putting yourself in that situation, feeling what it feels like to be in that situation, what is it that you're seeing, what is it you're hearing, how does your body respond to all of that? What that's doing is it's expanding your nervous system to know that it's not the friggin' end of the world if you don't know the answer to a question. And it's kind of like blowing up a balloon, and you're like, oh, this is really uncomfortable. Oh shit. Oh, this is bad. Oh God, I don't know. I don't know. They're going to think I'm stupid. They're going to be ridiculous. They're never going to come back to me again. I'm going to need to refund people because I don't know what their answers are. And it expands that balloon, and then you just go, okay, but I've survived it. And so you've stretched the balloon a little bit, and then
mm.
the balloon's like this in a relaxed state, and you've got the capacity to hold a little bit more.
Yeah,
So then when you do it again, oh God, what if this happens, and then what if I stuff it up, and what if I don't get the answer right there? And you stretch the balloon a little bit more, and then but in a relaxed state, you can hold a little bit more.
yeah,
That's what you do to have what it is that you want to have. Once you've moved through and you understand how to work through your fears, this is why learning your emotions and sitting with them and being present with them and working through them is so important, because you'll always go back to that to
yeah,
expand your nervous system. Because you know what they say, new level, new devil. Then when you level up in life, you're going to need to learn how to sit with the new level fears that you have and expand your nervous system more and more and more. So
mm.
yeah, it's a very interesting process. Anyway, that's my power
Yeah.
pulse
And it's
program.
good because I find that because I always do my little before a session with a client, or when I'm really trying to tap into, my inner knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
it's all in the body. Our
Oh.
heads, the ego lives in the head, whereas our soul lives in our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So when we listen to our ego, our head,
Mm-hmm.
it cuts us off from really tapping into our inner knowledge, our higher self,
Mm-hmm.
our intuitive hits that we get. So every time I find myself, I guess, with my egos or my fears getting in the way, I do a little ritual where I grounding. I've got a grounding mat, or go outside barefoot on the ground, grounding or earthing, grounding, same diff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Doing a little ritual. I've got my essential oils. I've got my crystals. Breathing, just breathing and slowing everything down, slowing it down so you can get back into your body.
Mm-hmm.
Breath work is amazing for that too. Vagus nerve stuff. Havening, where you what do you call that? Running your hands down your
Yeah.
arms. It's
Yeah.
like being given a hug, and it's very reassuring.
Mm-hmm.
EFT tapping is amazing for that too. It gets you back into your body. And so I do things that might take just a few minutes, and then it's like, okay, I'm ready. And that's when the intuition comes through. That's when I'm in the flow state, and that's when I can just deliver something amazing. And I'm not second guessing myself. I'm not letting fears getting in the way. because it's coming from the body, not from the head.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
And you've just given a really good bit of advice for the line ones who do get in their head if they need to do presentations or if they need to, give some sort of information, but they're thinking, I don't know enough. That's a really good, like,
Mm.
rooting yourself in ritual
Mm-hmm.
and getting yourself really grounded beforehand is a really good way of, just letting it all, like, to
Yeah.
tap into that power, because you've got, and it's a massive superpower to have for line ones, is this ability to be able to do the research and retain all the information. But yeah, if you're in your head, you can't let it flow. So that's a brilliant
Yeah.
point, is to, get.
Because if I let my head get in the way, I probably would give shit sessions where people aren't feeling or aren't coming away from that feeling satisfied.
Mhm,
Whereas when I'm delivering, I guess, from my heart and soul,
mhm,
that's when I've never once not been able to answer something or give someone some suggestions or coach someone through a tricky situation because it comes from here. And this
mhm.
is where I hold my knowledge. Really,
Yeah,
it's in my soul.
yeah,
It's not in my head.
yeah,
My
yeah,
head is where my fears live.
yeah,
Whereas I think all my learnings and all of my um, intuition lives in my body. So it's
yeah.
tapping into that.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. And quieting down the mind as well, because the
Yes.
mind's very, what we learn in human design is that, like, our intuition is like in our splenic center. And the voice, I remember, one of the first things I learned was the voice of the spleen is quick and quiet and it speaks only once. And so that's your intuition, that's your intuition, that's your intuitive hits, your
Mm,
instincts.
hmm.
But when you've got your head going la 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 la, la, and you've got your quick and quiet spleen going, do this, like, just do this. It's like you can't hear it because
You
your
can't
head,
hear it.
if you stuff it up, but your intuition's like going, let's do that. Like, and yeah, it will only speak once. It's not going to yell over the top of your head. So, and your head
Mm,
is much louder than your intuition. So, yeah, if you can calm this down, your body will follow, and then you'll be able to hear your intuition.
mm.
So, yeah.
Love it. So things like meditating, grounding, even just being in a meditative state, or doing things like gardening, like because
Mhm.
you're on the earth and you're, even if you're pulling weeds or planting or whatever you're doing,
Mhm.
that can be a super meditative way, or just walking in nature without your headphones, without distraction, looking at the leaves, hearing the birds. That's a really good way to slow everything down and ground, and you'll start to get those intuitive hits, or you'll see the next step that you need to take. So it's like you don't need to have the whole journey planned. You just your next step. That's like your illuminated path. You
Yeah.
only just need to follow what lights up you to the next step, and then
Mm.
the next one will come, and then the next one will come.
Yeah.
That's following the illuminated path, which I just love.
Exactly. Yeah. You
Yeah,
don't need to know where it goes. You just need to follow the light up.
yeah,
So, and what does the light up feel like? It feels like
yeah,
passion. It feels like excitement. It feels like love. It feels like curiosity. It feels like interest. It feels anything that feels
yeah,
light
yeah.
and makes you go, especially as
Ooh,
generator
yeah,
types, so
yeah.
generator manifesting generators, if we're leaning in and going, like, that's your path, follow that thing.
Mm,
Yeah, so whatever you're feeling, anything around that, that's your path. And you'll never know where it goes. But just when you follow that, watch the universe, watch the synchronicities, watch the things line up to support you.
yeah.
And that's
So
where
instead of having your eye on the destination, how do I get there?
mm,
It's the journey of just the next step, just the next step,
mm-hmm.
just the next step.
Yeah.
Following what lights you up will be the path.
Yeah. And having the trust that that is the path as well. Because
Mm,
we can have a very set idea in our minds where it's meant to end and where we're meant to go, but it could just, that idea that we have could just be the carrot that's dangling in front of us to make us move
yeah,
towards it as well. So yeah, so don't be too attached to the outcome, because the outcome, the universe has got so many different options available to us, and
yeah,
we're limited by our imagination. Like, we can
yeah.
only imagine what we've already seen and heard and already believe, kind of thing. Whereas the universe is like, there's 28 billion options out there.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
instead of focusing on getting yourself to point A, and working out how to get there, you might end up in point Z,
Mhm.
and it's been an amazing journey to get yourself there.
Exactly. And there might be different points along the path where it's like, well, you can't get to point Z until you get to point K over
Yeah.
here. It's because there's someone at point K that's going to give you an insight or is going to teach you something that you need to learn to get to point Z. So it's like,
Well
so you
played,
need,
universe. Well played.
I know, right? Yeah, it's always, yeah, always fun, always fun. Anyway,
That's it.
that was a fun little tangent.
Yeah. How's that? How does that feel, peeps? Yeah. For our two listeners out there, thank you. Yeah.
Too funny, too funny.
No, we know we've got more than two. We just laugh about how the insights. I'll just quickly tell you on because we're on three different platforms. We're on YouTube, Spotify, and Facebook.
Yep.
And there's insights
Mhm.
from, I think it's the YouTube one, and it says 90% of our viewers only watch the first 15 seconds.
And the first thing they get is that stupid bloody it's the music. No wonder they're all turning
That's
off.
why. Okay,
Yeah.
come on, Bron.
Get your shit together, Bron. Need
All
to.
right. But that's another thing. So jumping into this podcast, it's not perfect. We're very aware of that. We do not rehearse anything. We have no script. We don't even write notes on what are we going to talk. We wing it every time. And we come up with some, I don't know, there are some pretty magical little nuggets in there, but there's probably also a whole lot of well, that people have to sit through too. But I love it anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
And
following what lights us up, right? And if we can
exactly
bring
right.
some people along
Yeah.
as well, that's good.
Absolutely. And like this is one of the things, interestingly, like I remember when we did like one of our first coaching sessions together and I was doing that ideal average day. And one of the things
Yes.
that you said
Yeah.
was, I just want to be sitting in the cafe, having really in-depth conversations
Yeah.
with people who I enjoy talking and real that like that's that come manifest when
Yeah.
we're having these conversations because yeah we don't I mean these are not the conversations that you sit down and have over coffee a lot of the time but I think if we were to
You and me do,
I
but
was to live in Adelaide, yeah, like
yeah.
we go deep like straight away. But yeah, if I was to live in Adelaide, we would like, you know, we'd live in the coffee shop because that's the
Imagine
conversation.
that. Mills and Cares coffee shop. We just chat. We just do this. People can come and go, listen in, get some advice, or have a bit of a wing it coaching session,
Yeah,
leave whenever they like.
yeah, that would be fun. I actually saw there's a guy called Josh Solomon who was at the Coaching Institute with me, and he set up on the side of a walking track one day and was just like free coaching session and just sat on a
Oh,
stool and like people would just approach him and he would just do a coaching session with randos. And I was like,
wow.
God, that takes some good spa. He filmed it a few times. It was like, God, that's good work, Josh. Like, yeah, he's
Yeah. Well, like a 10-minute session while they're
yeah, yeah,
mid-walk or something.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
I thought, good on you, Josh. Yeah, he
Good
walks
on.
his talk, that dude, I tell you.
Nice.
Excellent. All right. So, what are we going to talk about today, Millsy?
Well, I didn't write it down because we're unscripted, but we were going to talk about some of the way that energy
Mm,
works in the
yeah.
way that we all have our internal energy and our auric fields and stuff. So,
Mm,
for those on Spotify, you won't see what I'm doing, but we all have our auric field, our energy field, which probably expands, I think it's around 2 foot around us.
mm,
It goes into the ground as well, it comes up.
mm,
And when you're in someone else's energy field, you're picking up on what they're doing, they're picking up on what you're doing, which is why sometimes you can feel super drained when you're around some people that are energy vampires. Or you could actually change your mood if you came in a little bit grumpy and then you're with someone that's really high vibe, it changes your mood too.
mm.
So that's when we're in the same sort of energy fields as each other. But energy also beyond our 2 foot field or whatever, like just you and I, I don't know how many thousands of kilometers apart we are, but
Mm,
right now we're sharing energy space,
mm-hmm.
and we wanted to do a little test on this
Yeah.
using.
Using
Now, what
something
what should we
I
use? Because I've got a couple of things here.
Yeah, so you've got your pendulums there.
Yes.
I do have my necklace here as well, so I could use that.
Yeah.
But I've also got my dowsing sticks here as well. So it's
Yeah.
funny, I bought dowsing sticks because there was this chick on YouTube or that was doing it, and they would just go, yes, no, yes,
Yes.
no. And I thought, God, that looks easy. And then I got these sticks myself, and I'm just like, these things aren't friggin' moving, mate. Yeah, so you've got yours are a little bit shorter than mine. I think we had a little play with this months ago, didn't we? Before we even decided to do this podcast,
Yes.
we had a little session together, and we were like spinning the sticks around. So, but
Yeah.
mine are a bit long, so I kept on sort
So
of pulling.
these are copper. Copper
Mm-hmm.
is a very conducive metal, which is why like our electricity in our house is on copper wires.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got my yours would be copper too, wouldn't they?
I've got yeah, so mine are copper as well, and these are from look, it was a very highly spiritual shop that I'm not sure if everyone has access to. It's Timu. So, but yours are a bit shorter, and I'd actually like mine. And you've got little balls on the end of yours, which I like. So, but these are very long. So if I hold it here and not move it, I actually touch.
They're a
See,
bit
that's
big, are
my
they?
computer screen. Yeah.
Don't
So
poke an
maybe
eye out.
sort of. So if I wanted it to spin around, I'd have to sort of do it out here somewhere and hold it very still. But yeah, so this chick was like, are there aliens? Oh, yes. Are there this? Oh, yeah. So
I've seen her. I love her.
yeah.
I think she's
But,
called Solar Meditations or something.
okay, yeah. But
The
if I
blonde
was to
girl.
do it, it was like, so I'm holding those very still. And if I asked it a question, like, I don't know, what's a yes question? So yes is crossed over, no is apart. So what's a simple yes? Is my name Kerry? Well, this is embarrassing. Hang on. Oh, here we go. All right, I'm not moving. I need to concentrate more. There you go. We're slowly getting there. Okay, they've officially crossed over. There we go. So my name is Kerry. So there we go. So that does, and I am holding them very, very still.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting thing that you were saying about the auric field or the field and how
Hmm.
we can sort of communicate. I love how you're giving it that. There's a book called The Field, which is very interesting, and it's like the whole that nothing is not available to us. That's why people can do like chakra healing from the other side of the world because
Yeah.
the field is like infinite, and we have
Yes.
access to absolutely everything. So there is a book called The Field that explains this. So I'll just show you on. Have I got it on? I think I got it on.
So is the field also like the collective consciousness?
I. Ooh, is it or isn't it?
I feel like it kind of is.
Yeah, like
And
it's all connected. It's all connected. Hang on, I'm just trying to find where did I listen to it on
and
this?
our pineal gland in our brain, it's been shown scientifically that it's like a little antenna that is picking up on the field or the collective
Yeah,
consciousness. I thought it was the same thing, but I've not read that book.
yeah.
And
Can't find it.
that's why we can tap into things if
Yeah,
we.
because it's
Uh,
all very the field. Hang on, here it is, the field by Lynn McTaggart.
Look,
So
Taggart.
it's a good one to listen to because it's only about oh look at that, it's only 2 hours long.
Oh,
So
good.
it's a quick book, but yeah, it just tells you how nothing is. And she comes from the point of a skeptic, so she's very much like she
Yeah.
went into it wanting to disprove it, but as it turns out, it's all very yeah, so the whole quantum field is all very
Amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is what it is and it does what it does. So
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, nothing so that's how we can connect over the thousands of miles that we have separating us is because
Yeah.
of the field. We can put ourselves anywhere at any time.
So let's test this, Kerry. I'll hold one of my dowsing rods up.
Okay. This may not be this is probably going to be more of a spectator sport Spotify. So
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. All
So
right.
I'm just holding one of them and I'm holding it as steady as I can.
Mm-hmm. But kind
So
of
if I wanted to make it move, I would have to do that,
yeah.
which
They actually whiz around very like a bit too easily. Like you'll poke
they're
yourself in the
very, yeah, yeah. So you can watch how steady hang on, let me just get steadied. So, Kez, what we're going to do, let's
Mhm.
just get ourselves in sync because you're going to make my stick move.
Okay. All right.
That's what we're attempting. So I'm
Okay.
just
Cool. Cool. All right.
so let's just really
All right. All right. Which way do you want it to move?
okay. So if I say clockwise, for me, that's going to come around this way.
Okay. Cool.
So
Cool.
it's gonna go that way. So if
Okay.
I just want to make sure it's not going to hit me. Hang on. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Cool. All right. We're ready.
So I'm going to look at my wand, my stick, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to concentrate on that. But you are the one controlling it, all right? So you concentrate whether you do it through me, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm like the conduit between us.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm holding it as steady as I can.
Okay.
And you're going to try and push it, and you're going to, oh, starting. Riveting stuff. Let's,
I'm concentrating so hard. I
I
feel like
know, sorry.
yeah.
It's moving. Needs to get a bit of momentum up. Here we go. It's definitely moving in the direction we asked it to move.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Yeah. Can you hear my husband's conversation in the background?
No.
Good.
All right, it's moved around halfway around now.
Yeah. Let me go in my auric field.
And if we were to say stop and try and send it back the other way now,
Okay.
so I'm focusing on you and you're focusing, so I'm not putting my own energy into the rod, is what I'm getting at. See, now I can see it. It's moving back a bit now.
It's so interesting. Like I feel myself like I'm concentrating really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I breathe out, it moves.
Like you're pushing it with your breath almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's almost back where it started.
That's very cool.
Yeah. And I'm not putting my energy into it at all. I'm trying to be really neutral.
I'm pushing it so hard. I think I'm gonna, yeah, I'll have an aneurysm.
You're about to have a blood clot in your eye. Yeah.
That's
Right. It's back where it started now. So that's you that's done that.
yeah, that's me. Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's me just willing it. Like
Yeah.
I'm focusing my eyes on
Yeah.
where I want it to go. So the
Exactly.
first time I was looking at your right boobie, and that's where I wanted it to go, and it went across there. That's interesting. All right, let's see
Now,
what's
I've got a collection of pendulums here. You pick which one. We'll try that again with the pendulums. So
okay.
I've got this one, which is obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see that.
Okay.
I've got amethyst.
Mm-hmm.
I've got copper.
Mm-hmm.
I've got another amethyst one.
Mm-hmm.
My clear crystal quartz, it's somewhere else. And I've got this is a wooden one,
Mm-hmm.
which is supposedly wood off of a yew tree, YEW, which is sort of holy wood.
Oh,
Not
okay.
Hollywood, holy wood.
Hollywood.
So apparently this is a very conducive wood
Okay.
because
Cool.
wood is quite often more neutral and
Yeah.
it's
Even the feeling of it is like denser. Like it feels like it would be dense.
right. It's quite
Yeah.
a light wood. So do you have one that appealed to you to go with?
I reckon go with the copper again.
The copper? Yep.
Yeah.
This one here. All
Okay.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a little copper pendulum on a little chain.
Okay.
So,
All right.
what do you want to try moving this one?
Yep. Okay.
You
Cool.
want to try making this one
Yep.
swing? So normally it's going to start swinging
Yep.
like this. So
Yep.
if I would have to move my hand or my body to make
Mm,
it swing. So
okay.
any
So
movement you see,
okay. So I will try and make it go back and forth that way. So the
like this way,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
all
yeah,
right, that way we can see it. Because if it goes
yeah.
that, we won't see it so much.
That's
All
right.
right, so
Yeah.
side to side. All
Okay.
right, so it's happening already.
Hmm. I'm very powerful.
You sure are.
Mm, okay. Oh, now it's spinning.
It's very small circles.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right,
Go back again.
you can see the movement, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so interesting, isn't it? Like I can see it doing that, and I'm like, no, and then it started doing that. It's
Yeah,
very cool.
yeah. There it goes.
Yeah. Very cool. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see how powerful you are, Millsy. Should we do a
All right.
pendulum with you, or should we do a stick?
Um, are you going to whack yourself in the face with a stick, or are you good?
Right. If I hold it out, oh well, if I hold it out sort of like this,
Yeah.
yeah, that should be okay. Hang on, let me just do a little. All right. So there we go. All right. All right, and you've got
All
to sort
right.
of a bit, don't you? All right, so hold it like that. Okay. So which way would you like it to spin?
I want to push it away from you, so towards your back wall.
Okay, so towards the
So
back
I want
wall.
to push it away.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go.
You'll have to tell me if it's actually moving or not.
Nothing yet. Am I holding it right? I'm holding it right, aren't I? Does it need to be a little bit down? Oh, hang on. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. Am I
Is it
getting it?
going? I
Yeah,
can't tell from here.
very slowly. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's not. I haven't got it in a very good position for people to see, but it has moved from like there to there.
Okay.
Now it's yeah, it's doing it. Oh, there we go. I'm actually holding it a little bit down. There we are. It's kind of pointing back there now. There we go.
There it goes. All right. Shall I try and bring it back now?
Okay.
All right. So now it's like, come back.
Oh, oh my God, that's so freaky. I'm
It's
seriously,
like I'm trying to breathe it in now. Before I
yeah,
was trying to push it away with my breath.
yeah. Oh my God,
Now I'm trying to breathe it in.
I'm not moving this at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa, so freaky.
Yeah. So it's like I'm trying to get my whole body involved, not
Yeah,
just my mind, obviously. It's more about the body. So I was before I was trying to push with my breath.
yeah.
I was
There
I
you
was
go.
imagining like I was blowing on it. Obviously, I can't be blowing on it. You're in Melbourne, I'm in Adelaide.
Yeah,
And
that's
then and
oh,
then I was like trying to suck it in.
yeah. It's easier the second time around, isn't it? Like the first time I was like, but like really Jedi mind tricking it, but the second bringing it back again seemed to be
Yeah.
easier. So it was
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, have a little fun at home, kids, with your down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, people like you can ask it questions as well.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, what's another good question to ask it? I don't know. What's a good
How
question?
about how gangbusters is your 12-week program going to be?
All right. So, oh, hang on. Even more specific. Um, it's is anyone going to buy my 12-week program by the end of the weekend?
Good one. Please be yes. Please be yes.
How long do we give it? 2 hours later.
It's moving.
It is. It's thinking about it. Yeah. Oh, maybe not by the end of the week. Oh, hang on. Yeah, they've officially crossed over. Okay.
Oh, well done. Well done.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Someone's buying it. Okay. What's something?
Excellent.
What's something we want to know to? Um, will will no one buy the program? Oh, there we go. I just let it go.
That's a no. That's a no.
No, that's a no. Yeah. There we
All
go.
right. All right. Here's a question for you. Will
Okay.
Kaz and I start up a coffee shop where we talk shit all day and people can come and go and listen and join in?
Okay. Okay. Oh, hang on. Oh, I think that's a no.
That's a no.
That's a no.
That's a no. Okay.
Definitely no. Okay.
All
Uh,
right.
will okay. What's another good one? Something that we don't actually know the answer to.
Um,
It's
will Mills and Kez be together and record a podcast in the same location, whether it's Adelaide or Melbourne? Will we be able to be in the same location? How long should we give it to? By the end of the year?
yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
By the end of the year, will we be able to record a session in the same place?
Yeah, it looks like it. Mm,
Yes.
okay. There
Right.
we
So,
go.
so when are you coming, Kez?
Yeah. I'll be there by the end of the year. I love coming to Rads. I love coming to
Yeah.
Rads. So yeah. So we should definitely
Nice.
when we do, we're gonna do a photo shoot together. Like
Yeah.
it'll be fun. That'll be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should here we go. Should Mills and Kez, if when Kez comes to Adelaide, should we put Mills and Kez on the road and open it up for some sessions for people to come in live, like a little workshoppy type situation?
Yeah. The sticks are quivering.
Mm, they're thinking about it.
This is riveting for those on Spotify.
Yeah, exactly. They are moving closer
They're
together.
thinking, do we need to take Mills and Kez on the road? How about we just start with that?
Yeah,
Mills
do it.
and Kez on the road.
Mm, thinking about it. I wonder if the amount, there we go, we've crossed over. Yeah,
All
there we are.
right.
So I wonder if the amount of time is like yes, but not quite yet. Is that what it's
It's
saying?
not a no, but maybe
Yeah,
it's a timing thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, the timing will be when I can get my ass there, really.
All right. Let's ask the pendulum something.
Okay, cool, cool.
So you can, that one showed up better, didn't it? This is my copper one. So the way I use my pendulum a few times a week I ask it questions like, we were just about going to buy a new car. And it's like, is this car the
Mm-hmm.
one for us? When you're not sure.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's great for when you really don't have a big emotional attachment to the answer.
Uh-huh.
Like there's no shortage of cars, right? If it's not this one, another one will come along. But
Exactly.
when it's a question that you feel highly emotional with,
Mm-hmm.
it might not necessarily be the best way to do it because you might give it a false.
Yeah, you might give it a
Like
little
you might will it to
nudge.
tell you the answer that you want to hear.
Yeah.
You know how we do that?
hmm Yes.
But in terms of making a decision where you're just, if it went this way or this way, so I always like to establish a yes and a no first, because that just um, warms it up for you. So I put my hand about this far under it. I
hmm
concentrate on the little drop at the end.
Uh-huh.
And I always start by saying a question I already know the answer to. So I want it to show me a yes where I know it's correct. So I'll say, is
You
my
ask
name
it to show you what's a yes and what's a no
correct?
first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. So I want to establish, because it can change.
hmm
For me, it's never changed, but I always just like to verify my
hmm
yeses first.
What sort of mood the universe is in today?
Right. Okay. So I'm going to say, is my name Amelia? Bang, straight away. My yeses always go like this, and my no's go like
Okay.
this. So straight away, immediately it started moving back and forth.
hmm
Is my name Kerry? Is
Yeah.
my name Kerry Thorne? Am I the Thorn bag? Can you see? Oh, sorry. Can you see it was actually going no. Sorry, I
Yeah,
had it
yeah.
too low.
I saw it going back and forth.
You
Yeah.
saw it? Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's told me I am Amelia, I'm not Kerry. So I can trust the
hmm
yes and the no. So that's how, and you can do it with necklaces. I think I've got just over here. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
This, I had a pendant that broke,
hmm
and I actually just sort of cut the chain, and I've made, this is another one I've got. I just made this out of an old pendant and a necklace. So
hmm
you can do this at home, guys. You don't need to actually get an
No.
official
I've got
pendulum.
my
You
little
can,
rose crystal. That's a
there you
necklace.
go. Yeah.
So yeah.
You don't want it to be too heavy. Like you want it to be um not too chunky, but
Yeah.
just a regular pendant is fine. I've done it with um even just not even a broken necklace, just a regular necklace.
Yeah.
You want about, maybe that's probably
Like that.
maybe 12, 15 centimeters long.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now that I've established my yes and my no,
hmm
what's a good question I can ask?
Okay. For Mills and Kes to go on the road, should we invite, okay, what would be the maximum number of people? Should we say 10 or 20? Okay. So Mills and Kes on the road, do we bring in 20 people?
The meals in, all right, let's just establish meals and cares on the road. Is this going to be a good idea? Immediately it's saying yes.
Cool.
You can see that sort of
Yep,
swinging.
yep. Can
All
see
right.
that. Yep.
So it's saying meals and cares on the road. That's a great idea. Okay. Is this going to happen in South Australia?
No.
Oh, I'm getting a no.
Ooh, might be in Melbourne.
Is
Okay.
this going to happen and can you see when I stop asking,
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
stops?
It stops. Yeah.
Hopefully you can see how steady my hand is. I'm not doing
Yeah.
this for the
Yeah.
skeptics out there. All right. Are Mills and Kes going to go on the road in Melbourne?
Yes.
I'm getting a yes from that.
Oh, wow, that's unexpected.
That
Okay.
is unexpected.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Mills and Kes on the road. Do people want to take part in this? Do our fabulous listeners want to join in on the fun? It's thinking.
Mhm.
Do people want to join us? Okay, now I'm getting a yes now.
Yes. Cool. Cool. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Do we
Do we
have
maybe want to have less than 10 people? Less than 10 people joining us? Less than 10? Okay, it started circling.
Oh,
And
okay.
what that means, it's actually going round and round now. So that means it can't answer that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
telling me it's not going to give me a yes or a no, it's going round and round. So maybe it's like redefine the question.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, do we invite? Well, hang on. We can. I mean, we can invite as many as we like. What should be the maximum capacity for these sessions? Should it be 10 people? spinning again, isn't it?
It's
Okay.
circling. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't like that question.
Doesn't like that question.
All right.
Okay. Let's
All
think
right.
of
Should
something
it
else.
be, is a high tea 20 people, like, like we had last time? How many did we do
Yeah.
that
We
session?
had
This
about 33, I think.
that's right. Yeah. So
32, 33
yeah, yeah, it
is a
was
high tea. Kez and Mills high tea.
high tea for 30.
Is it Mills and Kez high tea on the cards? On the cards, tarot cards.
Uh,
Is Mills and Kez high tea a good idea? Okay, that's a yes.
okay, cool. Okay. So we want 20 or 30 people. So let's say, is it a 20?
Up to around 20 people. I'm getting a yes on that.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Is 30 too many?
30 is not too many.
It's a small no. 30 is not too many.
25?
25? Yes.
Yes.
It
Okay.
has changed. I don't know if you're picking up, but I can see
Yeah,
it because
yeah.
I'm looking
I can
down on
see
it.
it. Yeah.
So it's all right. So Mills and Cares on the Road High Tea in Melbourne with
Mm-hmm.
25 people.
25 people.
Is that what we've established here? Yes. Excellent. Okay, stop.
All right.
Is that going to happen this year? 2025? Is that happening in 2025? No.
No. Okay.
2026? 2026. Meals
Okay.
and Cares High Tea on the Road with up to 25 people. Yes, that's
26.
a yes. In
Excellent.
2026.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, girls, you know what to do. Get on the waiting list.
That's it. Yeah, jump on board. Jump on board.
All right, that gives us
Oh, it gives
6
us
months
six
or so
months.
to work this out.
Yeah. Oh, easy done. Easy done.
Yeah.
You know,
All
you
right.
know what, you know what we're like once we've got a plan. It's like action stations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. We could do Mills and Kes unscripted and just come in with whatever it is you want to talk about.
And bring your pendulums.
Bring your pendulums, bring your swizzle sticks, bring them all. So yeah, that was fun.
Because we have had an Adelaide event. Maybe we do need to take this.
Yeah, a Melbourne event. There's heaps of places around in Melbourne to do a good high tea. So we could do like a few little suburb events as well, because Melbourne's a big place, lots of little suburb
Yeah.
that do high tea. So yeah, we could, yeah.
All right.
Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. Okay, so maybe not this year, but next year.
Okay.
Okay? And obviously, like when you do things like this, it's just picking up on the current energy of the situation at the moment.
Yeah.
Things can change. So when I do tarot readings, it's like this is just how things are playing out at the moment.
Yeah.
Depending on how much momentum is behind it, some things are inevitable because of the amount of momentum that is behind it, but it doesn't mean to say that it can never hit the brakes and go in reverse either. So so
Yeah.
things can definitely change. But yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I think we need to do a Millsy on the road, Mills and Kev on the road.
Yeah.
Shizzle.
We've sort of put the intention out there. Let's see if we can manifest that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, my birthday's in February,
That's right.
so yeah, it could happen.
Yeah.
Ooh, keep your
All
eyes
right.
open, girls. Excellent. All
All
right, so
right. So hopefully, if you want to practice with your pendulums, just hit me up if you need a little bit of instructions if you're not sure. So, but just in general, you can use a necklace. You can get these pendulums are not expensive. Most crystal shops would sell them for like maybe $10. I mean, you can get fancy ones. I think a lot of these, you can get off eBay or whatever for not expensive. I always like to, when I first get one, I
Mm-hmm.
like to cleanse it in a
Mm-hmm.
way, and that's energetically cleansing, that is,
Yeah.
which is if you've got a singing bowl, you can
Yes.
put it in the singing bowl. So I like to use that. Full moon, if you pop it out, especially a crystal one, crystals, yeah, you've got a singing bowl there, perfect.
Yeah.
So So you always clean. So when things come to you, they've passed through many hands.
Mm-hmm.
So they pick up on the energy of everywhere it's passed through.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to clear that and attune it to you. So a selenite is a cleansing crystal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have one right here.
I've got a
Um,
night
got a
plate
selenite.
here. So that's a
Beautiful, perfect. So you can lay it on your selenite for a few hours overnight. Put it through your singing bowl. Put it out under the full moon.
mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So I like to do that. Then I do a little ritual of, so I sort of hold it. This is what I do. There's lots of ways you can do this. Sort of hold it in your heart space. In my prayer hands, hold it in your heart. I do this with all crystals that I get, even my bracelets, my little other crystals. So you want to, so you've cleaned it
Mm-hmm.
energetically. Now you want to attune it to you. So our heart space is as the it's the middle of our seven chakras. So
Mm-hmm.
it's we've got three above and three below. It's sort of the joining one of the top and bottom of our body. So it's our heart space is our most powerful chakra.
Mm-hmm.
So I hold it in there
Mm-hmm.
and I really concentrate on it and I give gratitude to it and I give it my love and thanks for coming to me and just sort of infuse it with my intention, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that only takes a minute, not even 30 seconds, just to really breathe in, feel it, push your energy into it. So
Mm-hmm.
you feel like there's a little piece of you inside of this now.
Yeah.
I do that with all my crystals. Um, and then it should be good to go. So, like I said, sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. So ask it a question you absolutely know the answer to already, like start with your name. Is my name whatever? Some people you might get your yes is spinning this way, or your yes might be that it got like my yes is back and forth. My
Mm-hmm.
no appears to be side to side, but it
Mm-hmm.
could be different for everyone, and it could change. I always test it at the start of every session because it could change
Mm-hmm.
depending on whether my personal polarities might be out of whack or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, and once you've established for sure your yes and your no's, then you can ask. It really does need to be a yes no question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no gray area.
You don't want ambiguity, but like you said, like you saw, if it starts if it starts doing something that's not a yes or a no, like mine was circling, that's sort of like
Mm.
that's not the right question to
Rephrase.
ask, or
Yeah.
rephrase it or ask something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like it can't, there are
Yeah.
certain things that aren't yes or no worthy. So
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
that.
Cool.
Yeah. But I'd love to hear if people
Fun.
do any pendulum work, how they go, and if they need any tips or whatever. I've done courses in this stuff. Of course I have.
What
What
you
am
have?
I? Of course I have. Of course I've done
What you have?
crystals and divining and stuff. Of course I have. Yeah. I see this
Naturally.
is more evidence that I kind of do know what I'm talking about if I doubt myself. It's like, yeah,
Of
what
course.
am I
Of
doing?
course.
Why do we do this to ourselves? Okay.
I know. I know. It's fun, this whole human experience we've thrown ourselves into.
Right? Right.
Excellent. All right. Well, we've been on for like a good hour now. So should we
Oh,
let
okay.
it go? What do you reckon?
All right. Feedback always. Let
Yep.
us know.
Give us a topic. Anything you want to know?
Any feedback on if you do any pendulum work?
Yep.
If you want, if you're excited for us to hit the road, where do we come?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know. Let us know.
Yeah.
We'll do. We'll do
Give us something to respond to.
Brisbane, Canberra, Melbourne, Adelaide, Perth, all the big ones. Darwin,
Italy, you know,
Italy,
we
Santorino, London, New
look, if
York.
we had to.
Excellent. All right. Farewell, everybody. Thank you for being there. If you've listened this long, let us
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
We'd love to
More
know
than
that's
15 seconds. All right.
to the end. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Bye, everyone.